What's going on YouTube? This is RC Air Review, and today we're going to be going over the UMX F47 CORSAIR. Now keep in mind this was a bind and fly, so this did not come with a remote or transceiver. I used this off of it was a Sport Cub S. It was a mini one, so it came with this transceiver. It was an E-Flight. It had the safe mode technology. I don't use it a whole lot. And if I do, I use it on intermediate or expert because that's what I really am. And so today, we're going over the CORSAIR. This was a bind and fly, and I will show you how to bind it here in the video. Now let's open it up. Find the right side. As you'll see, this particular plane is not a very big plane. It's about half the size of my arm, probably size of my forearm, maybe. Wingspan is from fingertips to elbow. Not very big. It's a neat little plane to fly, though. It does have landing gear, but it's detachable, so you can belly land it, or you can put the landing gear on and land it like asphalt. This was not meant to land on tall grass, because if you do that, it's going to hit the grass and nosedive. It's going to mess with your propeller, and it's not very good. It's a pretty good detailed plane. It almost looks, as you can see, some of these on the plane. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll see if I can try and focus that. But some of the things on the plane actually look like the real thing, like the cockpit. You can actually see that. You got the emblem, and on the box it showed that it had a Jolly Roger emblem, which was a specific type of CORSAIR emblem. But that's that. It's not a whole lot. The battery would go in right there. See if you can get that. The battery would go right there. Okay. Let's put that back in the box for a second, and then get out the next couple things. This plane is a very nifty, neat little plane to fly. Here is the charger and the battery. Now the batteries that come with the plane, I've already flown this plane, so I've already put everything together. I just put it back in the box to show you what it would look like. It comes with 4 batteries. You can see 4 AA batteries. It comes with the charger. This charger charges your plane battery. Your plane battery is about that big. It's not very long lasting battery, but it's a pretty nifty one. You plug in right like that. See? That's the styrofoam. Pull in styrofoam. Make sure you don't get like styrofoam on the tip here. But you would take it and you plug it into it. Clicks. The little red light should come on. I don't know if you can see that. You go in like that. Whenever the red light goes off or it starts to blink, like every 20 seconds, that means the battery's done. Like right here. See, it should be blinking. See that? Not 20 seconds, but 5. So the battery should be charged. Okay? Now, to bind it, what you're going to have to do to bind it is you're going to have to cut the plane. Now, I don't mean like chop the plane in half. I want to get my knife. And you're going to see a little line on the side of the plane where all the little decals and stuff are. Like right there on that American star, you can see that there's a decal there. I've already opened it up and bound it, or binded it, or whatever you want to say. There's a little line right there, and you can see that. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to do that. Make sure you don't go too far in the plane, or else you could cut some of the wires that are very important. Just make sure you watch out for that. Now, I'm not going to rebind it, because I don't want to mess up anything that I've already done on binding it. So if you want everything to look the same and look the same color, just use Scotch tape when you put it back together. Just make sure it doesn't leave any bad residue or whatever. So then once you've done that, the plane will easily do this. But don't take this back piece off. If you take the back piece off, it's not going to go back on. Just want to easily just kind of set it aside just a little bit to where you can see the insides. See? Now you see that little thing right there. That's where you're going to plug your battery into. if you have a receiver like mine, an E-Flight receiver like this one, should come with a Super Cub, the Sport Cub S if you have it. It would plug into there like this. Once you hear it click, after 5 seconds, just start flashing really fast. Then you would take your remote, you would press the throttle stick down, that'd be the left stick. I'll get right here so you can see it better. So left stick, you would press it down while turning it on at the same time. So on the count of 3, I'm going to do them both at the same time. It's going to make a noise. Ready? 1, 2, 3. You can put the throttle down, then release it, and it should start to flash. And it should get done. And hopefully I didn't mess anything up just by doing that. Now once that's done, after about 5 to 10 seconds of it doing that, and it's still flashing, it should go solid. And then you should just leave it in there, and you can try turning your ailerons and your elevators and rudders and stuff, make sure everything works in the throttle. But don't try to fix anything yourself, because if you do these batteries they're very stable, yes, but some type of batteries, I'll mess it up. Now, the way to turn this on, like I said, some type of batteries that come with like the bigger ones, like the Apprentice S15, those aren't very unstable, but if you leave them out in the rain and the water or whatever, they will short out and they will cause a fire. So the way to turn it on, if you have it bound like to this, you would turn your receiver on, your radio on first, controller first, then you hook it up to the plane, and then should wait, let it do whatever it's doing. It should do this. Oh, nope, not flash. It should be a solid color. So let it bind or whatever. Not bind, but let it turn on. You should see it through the nose of the plane turn solid. Just like that. And you should have control over the plane. Looks like I'm going to have to rebind the plane because what I demonstrated earlier unbound it. So I'm going to have to rebind the plane, which is not very hard. If you have some principles, you did not see that. You did not see that. But if you have a receiver like mine, the binding instructions are on the back. So always follow the instructions that you were given. Now all you would do, you would take it like that. You get it in there. It's hard to see, but like that. There you go. Once that's in there, you should have a solid light. Like it's really hard to see sometimes, that's why you have to have a lot of light. I have a lot of light in my room, but you're just gonna make sure that it's going in the right place. Binding would be so difficult. Like I said, binding is not that hard. After like 4 or 5 seconds, once you get that solid light right there, wait 4 or 5 seconds for it to turn light flashing. like that. Should see it start to flash like that. And once that happens, shit, it stopped. Fuck me, it stopped. So you would press the left stick. Why did it stop? You press the left stick and the power button at the same time. Then release the left stick. And like that, it should be bound. So, just like that, I'm going to re-demonstrate for you. So far this video is only 10 minutes, so we should be fine on time. Right there. Wait for it to turn back on. Just like that. And it should make that sound right there, the high-pitched beeping sound. You let go of the left stick. Sometimes it's tricky, sometimes it's not. There you go. Shit. Pause the video.